We had to kind of scramble in order to get our testing squared away and change all our travel plans to leave on Friday. When we left on Friday, we just hit just a lot of obstacles on our way down to Lake Charles. What should have been a 9-hour trip took us 27. So it was a long trip. We pulled into Lake Charles finally like 3 hours before our first game, and then played 14 innings in the first game. All that said, I just think our team handled it really well. They, obviously it's not an ideal trip heading down, but nothing has been ideal since last March. And so we've just been really focusing on rolling with the punches and making the best of any situation we're in. And I thought they did a really good job of that. So coming away with a record of 5-1 on the weekend against the teams that we played, I'm just really proud of them. I think we found different ways to win. Winning that first 14 inning game, I think shows a ton of character. I thought Mary was incredible for us all weekend. And so there's a lot to build off of this weekend and things that I'm really excited about heading into our first home weekend, which is nice to be in Vogel. Hey, Mare.
Hi.
I was just talking about you.
Very good. Hey, so can we ask Mary? Your coach just said something about the marathon trip down there. What was that like to kind of go through all of that and then step onto the field 2 or 3 hours later and then play a marathon as well?
Yeah, it was definitely, we had some obstacles, but I think we're all just really excited to play and really excited to get on the field. I know it was, out of the normal for most of us, but we've had some crazy trips in the past for the upperclassmen, so we were pretty used to it. But I think just the adrenaline of just getting to play really pushed all of us to be able to do it.
Do you feel like there was, anything? What did you take from the weekend, you personally? I know you got plenty of innings in. So what was good for you, and what do you feel like you can do better?
Yeah, so just having so many innings, I was able to really just gain more confidence in myself and really just get used to the different defense behind me and just getting used to playing again. I haven't pitched to a live batter in so long in a game, so just getting innings and being more comfortable on the field, I think was big for me. And I did see a lot of ways that I can improve going into, harder teams, SEC teams. So I think there's a lot of positives and a lot of things I can take out of the weekend to be better.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Laura, do you have a question?
Yeah, the first question is to Mary. Having such a long layoff and to be so dominant this weekend, how did it feel to, it not take that long to get the dust off and you really went out there and commanded those games?
Yeah, it felt really good just to be on the field in general. We scrimmaged a lot in the fall, which I think helped a lot with trying to get, just that live batter feel. But just going out and being as commanding and dominant as I was, really, it makes me excited for the rest of the season.
Coach, I got a question for you. You had a bunch of cancellations, date changes, time changes. I mean, y'all really got a taste of what this season could be like in one weekend. So how did y'all overcome that and of course, get on the road this past weekend?
I think our focus has just been to make the most of everything that we're in. And building our schedule was really different from the jump. And what we initially set out to do with our schedule has not been the case. So we were going to open up at NC State. They canceled around Christmas. And we've had to adjust our schedule as we've moved through. But that's what we've talked to our team about, is just there's going to be a lot of things thrown at us this year. And we just have to figure it out. We just have to do the best we can. And so when we lose those games to weather in weekend one, I think it's important to get our team on the field as much as we can right now, having taken that long of a break. So just scrambling to get games. A lot of people are in that same situation. James and McNeese were incredible this weekend with just fitting us in and making it work. Hospitality, they always are. But it was just nice to be able to get our team back on the field when you have those cancellations, and we'll continue to do that through the year.
Alyssa?
Yeah. Hey, Coach. Good news. Good weather this weekend in Fayetteville, supposed to be. But how happy are you guys to finally be home and to play at Bogle Park? And the teams you have coming in, what kind of competition will they bring?
Well, we're ecstatic to be home. I'm not sure there's a better place to play than Bogle, and getting to stay in your own bed and not be on a bus for hours. I think that our team will look forward to that. But it's going to be exciting to be home in front of our family, in front of our limited fans. And the competition this weekend is really good. There are 3 tournament teams. There are teams that, North Dakota State hasn't opened up yet because of the weather. So we'll be their first game on Thursday. SEMO's played a very tough schedule, so they're ready to go. And Texas Tech has done a really good job in the start of their year. So I know we'll be challenged. We're ready for that. That's why we built the schedule this way. But more than anything, we're just really, really excited to play on our home field. It's been way too long.
Yeah, just to follow up, Mary, as just a player, being able to, pitch in a circle you're comfortable with, be at home at Bogle Park, even though it's going to be a limited amount of crowd. How excited are you?
Yeah, we're super excited just to be, in familiar territory, be on our own field, the field that we practiced on. So yeah, like Coach Deifel said, the fact that we don't have to be on a bus, we get to sleep in our own bed, I think is going to play a big factor in all of us just being, more rested, like ready to play. So we're all really excited about that.
Justin?
Yeah, Coach, just can you walk me through that marathon?
I can't.
I think you broke up there, Justin. You mind asking that question again?
I don't know if someone else can.
I'm on my phone and I got a call. My bad.
Figure it out, Justin. Just kidding.
Yeah. Can you walk me through the marathon game and just, inning by inning as it goes on and goes on, and then having to play another one after that? Can you just walk me through that and, what your mindset was as it went on and then to have one afterwards?
Well, it's so funny because while it was just like 3 days ago, it feels like it was a week ago. I don't know if you feel like that too, Mayor, but I think that it was an interesting game. I think softball can be interesting. It's a game of momentum. So I feel like we had the momentum early. I felt like we were up 4-0. It felt like we had a little bit more of a lead than that sometimes. And McNeese is not a team you can kind of let hang around. They're really feisty. They have the ability to just kind of create havoc on offense. And they did that in the 6th inning, I believe. Shoot, you're testing my memory here. The 6th inning, they kind of just put the ball in play, kind of slapped it around, got a favorable call, I'll say, down the line that I think changed the course of the game. And so all of a sudden we're obviously in a tie game, and Mary came in and just gave us a chance to win it, honestly. And I think that's what we talk about with our team. We have a very good team. We have a very good pitching staff. We have a very good offense. We have very good defense. And sometimes you're going to ask one facet of that game or 2 facets of that game to keep you in it until you can win. And Mary and our defense did that until our offense could break through with Lenny there. So I think that it's whenever you win a game like that, especially being the visitors, it shows a lot of character. It shows a lot of fight, it shows a lot of heart. And so I was just really proud of this team. Finishing that game coming off the day that we had. And then you have to turn around and play them again. I don't think we were sharp. I think McNeese exposed that we weren't that sharp. And you expect a team like McNeese to do that. And while we didn't get the result we wanted in that second game, I think we responded really well the rest of the weekend. And I think that's what great teams do. And so I'm just really proud of how they handled the entire weekend, bouncing back from the travel, bouncing back from that first day, and then continuing and finishing the weekend strong.
Porter?
Coach, I want to talk about your offensive production and just the firepower and all the home runs that were hit. I kind of will make it dual for both of y'all, Mary and Coach. First, Mary, how does it feel like going out there on the mound knowing that you have the offense to back you up and just the extra juice it gives you to go out there and pitch? And Coach, you know, just being able to have all that offense, and you're so balanced this year. You're starting off stronger this year, I feel, than you were last year.
Yeah, so from a pitching aspect, it's always nice to know that no matter an aspect, you can go out there and pitch freely, and you know your offense is going to have your back. Like, you're never out of a game, and being able to go out there and not feel pressured. Like, if I give up one run, like that could like be the deciding factor. You know, our team's never out of it with one swing of the bat. You know, we can be up one. So having that, you know, in the back of your mind really helps you, like pitching, you know how to pitch.
Yeah, I'll add to what Mary just said too. I think our offense is, especially this weekend, with the exception of our second McNeese game, I think they did a really great job of answering. Anytime we gave up a run, they immediately grabbed the momentum back. And I think that's a huge piece to the game. So even, you know, when we look at the Baylor game, Baylor scores 2, and then we come right back and score 6. And there were some kind of funny calls, you know, kind of things, how it shifted in that inning. And Lenny Malkin actually had an incredible at bat, but you know, she had what we thought was a double down the line to score 2 runs, Jacob, I think, and put you on the spot too.
Yeah, it would have been 2.
And they reversed the call and called it foul. And then she ended up doing it again, like 3 or 4 pitches later. So, you know, just to have an at bat like that, the resilience of that at bat, when you think you had a 2-run double, you get taken away, you have to dig back in against Rodoni, who's one of the best pitchers in the game. And she does it again and comes through again. I think that was huge, but that's just an example of what our offense showed all weekend. And I think that's incredible. Like you said, Porter, I think it's the most complete offense we've had. I mean, we got 3 home runs from Keely Huffine in the 9-hole this weekend, which is huge. So the ability to put the ball out, but the ability just to put pressure on the other team and their pitching and their defense, it's going to make them make mistakes, and it definitely gives our pitchers and defense some breathing room. It's actually part of the game. Mary was great this weekend, but we have to make that part of our game a little stronger coming off of this weekend.
Paul?
Hey, Coach, can you talk about freshman Hannah Gamble and her weekend? Was that something that is not a surprise to you, but probably a surprise to the rest of us because we didn't get to see her every day?
Yeah, it was not a surprise to me, or I would say our staff or our team. That's, you know, what Hannah has the ability to do, and that's what we are expecting her to do and to be for us. She couldn't go with us the first weekend. We had a few in quarantine. She was one of them. So getting her out there and seeing her come through the way she did was huge. I'm just really happy for her, proud of her, and we expect big things out of Hannah.
Was there any specific performance this weekend that stood out to you that, you know, we've talked about Mary, obviously, anyone else that you want to speak to specifically? Yeah,
Mary, absolutely. I mean, we spoke before she got on, we spoke while she's on. She was great for us this weekend. Hannah McEwen just continues. I mean, she's one of the, I say this, I think every time, she's one of the best hitters in the country. I'm just really glad she's on our team. I think Mary would second that she doesn't have to throw to her. But she is an incredible hitter, and what she does for us at the top of the order is so huge. She's just such a consistent force up there, and it's just so interesting. She's so fun to watch hit because you watch, she has her zone down to like a millimeter. She knows exactly what her zone is. She knows exactly what she wants to hit. She's not phased at all being in, you know, a 2-strike count. She's sometimes stronger in that count. So she's just such a good tone setter for our offense. And so it's hard to go through a weekend like this and not talk about what an impact she had on our offense and our entire team.
The other thing I was going to ask is about Storms. I know she she saw some action in the circle for you. Do you see more innings for her this weekend, or are you trying to get some other people some innings? What's the plan going into this?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I mean, she looked really good. She's still coming back from an injury, so we just kind of have to take a day at a time right now. And the good thing about Stormy and Mary is that they've kind of tag team it. They've had each other's back in their time here. When Mary had her injury with her knee, Stormy had her back, and Mary has hers right now, and they make such a great duo. And then just getting those performances from Jenna and Lauren Howell, and Allie Light threw some great innings for us. So they definitely are supporting each other. I think we'll hopefully see Stormy more. We're just going to make sure we're going to take it really slow and be really smart with how we use her.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody have any more questions for Coach Deifel or pitcher Mary Haff? All right, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jacob.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great